Aloha, James Lee here with another video. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Today I picked up some beef ribs from a local Hawaiian barbecue type restaurant, and it's one of the things that my friend Rosie introduced to me about a year ago, and I've been obsessed ever since. So we're gonna get started. Just to kind of show you how heavy this box is, it actually ripped right here on my drive back, but if you can see, there's quite a bit of beef ribs that come with the combo, and this is only like a little over $10. It comes with a scoop of macaroni salad and then I think 2 scoops of rice. I also thought for this mukbang it'd be fun to try something new, so I got a I think it's called a Manapua. I don't even know if I'm saying that right or not, but it kind of looks like a bao if you've ever had that, and I actually don't even know what it's filled with. A couple of the teriyaki sauces and sriracha. I'm drinking a squirt today, so I'm gonna dig in, and I think I might do a switcheroo with a plate because it's just gonna be a lot easier. So maybe I'll put this closer so you guys can see that. Perfect. Got my chopsticks here. So here is one of the beef ribs. For size comparison, I mean, it's the size of the length of my face, so it's pretty large. The meat's just falling right off the bone. And today I bought like a roll of paper towels with me because I assumed I would need it today. So there's quite a bit of fat there too, and then just all that meat. There's a sweetness to the barbecue, and I'm gonna apologize in advance because I know every time I eat barbecue, like all of the charred pieces get stuck in my teeth. So if you guys see anything, it's not worth your time to let me know, because I'm fully aware that that's gonna happen during this video. The rice is nice and moist. Let's see this mac salad. I like their mac salad because it's not too much mayonnaise in it, so actually one of these comes with 5 beef ribs. That's quite a bit, I think, for only $10. Get my squirt open. That's good. Some sriracha. Oh. So I mentioned my friend Rosie was the one that introduced me to this restaurant, and she brought it over one time for, I think it was a potluck. And then ever since, like, we've ordered it a few times. It's very simple, and then in terms of just displaying it, you can just put it on like a chopping board, and it looks really nice. I actually prefer beef ribs over baby back ribs, which are like pork ribs. I think it's just a lot heartier and tastier. I mean, you can knock someone over the head with this. So I'm going to try my best to just stick with one hand. We'll see how long or if I'm that patient to do that. Mm. So we can dig into this Manapua, Manapua. Has these red dots here. I don't actually know if that means anything or if it's just decoration. I'm just gonna rip it in half and you're gonna find out exactly what's in here along with me. So it looks like, might be like Chinese sausage, which I just had for dinner yesterday. You just do half and you might be able to see that a lot better. I actually have a short arm problem. I forgot who I was talking to this about, but my arms aren't that long, so even where the camera set up is a lot closer than where I normally have it, and I realize I have short arms when I pull up really closely to those like parking structures where you need to grab like a ticket, and you try to reach out the window and you just can't. So sometimes I have to like actually get out my car to get the ticket. So that's why I struggle when you see me like pointing things. So let's take a bite into this. I want to make sure there's no paper on the bottom. I thought I saw some earlier. Oh, it's still here. Mmm. The pork inside is very flavorful. One of these was only $3, so pretty good deal, I think. Probably can get these at like the dim sum places. I was actually thinking about doing dim sum for one of the mukbangs, but I feel like I have to plan ahead if I really want to do that. Then I start thinking, like, is it going to taste as good by the time I get back home? Maybe not, but down the road. I'm curious if I'll be able to finish all of these. Wow, this one's even bigger than the last one. Ooh, it's like dripping too. There's so much meat on these though. I kind of feel like Fred Flintstone eating this. I was gonna chop some green onions to put on here just to add some color, but I got so anxious to eat that I forgot. Hopefully you guys are having a nice weekend so far. I don't know if you can tell, but this is supposed to be red. So I'm going to an Angels game later today. Not a huge fan of baseball, but I'm a huge fan of any venue that has beer and food, so I'm there. I want to say when I was in elementary school and we played like baseball, I always got stuck being the catcher. I don't know if that means you're expendable, so they put you in the least useful position, or maybe it is a very useful position. I didn't know at the time, but that was kind of my go-to position I was assigned to. At this point, I'm pretty intent on just eating one more rib. For $10 to eat it across 2 meals, I think that's a good deal. Look at it. Chunks and chunks of meat, one after the other. All I'm just eating. So normally around here, when you hear Hawaiian barbecue, you probably are thinking like L&L, the Loft. And when I go to those places, I typically get like chicken katsu. But this place, I mean, if you go here, definitely get the ribs. For a while, Hawaii's been on my places to want to visit at one point. I would love to go soon. It's probably not the most glamorous thing to eat in front of a camera, but I guess that goes to show like how far I've come in not caring. This is just how I eat. I brought a whole roll of paper towels, but I'm trying to minimize my use of it. I remember when I'd gone to Peru a few years ago. Maybe I'll just do a separate mukbang on just talking about my experience there. But one thing I remember taking away from there is just the fact that napkin consumption is like next to nil. So if you would go out to a restaurant, you would get like one napkin. That's it. And you would just have to like figure out how to survive the whole meal. So you had to be strategic about when you would use the napkin. I mean, that lasted like a good month after I got back. But every now and then I start thinking about like, do I really need to use this many napkins for my hands or mouth. I'm just really curious about this red dot. I was just thinking maybe it's the way to label it, but they didn't ask me what kind of bun I wanted, so. So you've ever had a bao? My favorite part is, hopefully I'm describing this right, but where the bao meets the meat, but the meat juices have kind of like absorbed into the bao, and then there's like this, like, I don't know if you can see this, but it absorbs into the bao, and then it just soaks up all of that juicy flavor. That's the best part. It took me a good 10 minutes to set up my video, and my head's still cut off, so I apologize. The top of my head's like, I'm kind of like hunched back over right now too. Still figuring out this whole setup, but I do prefer it because it just seems like the food is a lot closer to you guys, which is the whole point, right? Probably go for the tinier of the ribs. There's 3 left. And just a little bit of rice. I'll save a scoop, and I don't know if the macaroni salad will make it out alive though. Typically eat all of that like first. Alright, looks like this one's the winner. This one has like a lot more charring, so there's like a really nice crunch to it. Maybe when I eat this, the leftovers again, probably could see myself like getting a side of kimchi. I think kimchi would be good with this. So I was up pretty late last night, like at 2, and it's like torturous to watch mukbangs at that hour, but that's usually when I have like the most time to like play catch up on watching videos, especially, you know, I try to watch the videos all the way through just so I don't miss anything. But some of the videos are, even my videos I've noticed are 20, 30 minutes long. That's like like a TV show without the commercials. So I got really hungry last night watching a couple videos. And then I thought to myself, well, what can I eat today? And hopefully I can make some of you hungry. Might as well use my hands now. I feel like I'm wearing like lip gloss. Not that I know, well, I think I've worn lipstick once or twice in my life, but I feel something on my lips right now. It's all that oil. You know what? I think I might go back on my word and eat another rib because I'm getting a second wind. So don't judge me. That and like if I'm going to a baseball game later, I don't want to spend too much on food. I think last time I got a hot dog and it was like $5,000. Okay, it wasn't that expensive, but it was like pricey. So probably better off that I just save it on drinking and just eat and enjoy now, so that I don't have to worry about getting food later. Plus, it is hard to eat like in your seat. And you have to like walk up and down the steps. I guess I'm not a big fan of eating at a game, so this is the rib that like punctured the box. This is why portion control doesn't work with me. Like if the food's in front of me, then I'll eat it. It's fine. I did have a very rigorous workout this morning, so I don't feel in the slightest guilty for eating this. Plus, it's so good. I can't stop. I'm still pretty good with only using one hand, so. But I'm down 2 napkins. You can't see, but I'm wearing my stretchy pants off camera. Another reason why this setup is awesome. Alright, just gonna go for it. Ooh, I think this is the best piece yet. I don't know if you can tell, but this box is lifted because I put all the bones on this side. So I don't know if you guys have seen this petition going around about people wanting like a vegetarian option, like a veggie patty at In-N-Out. It's really interesting because I've read a couple of different articles and I've seen on people's like feeds about their stance on it, and it's very polarizing. Like there's people that are like, it's not going to kill anyone if there's any options there, and then there's another school of thought of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix. Like there's no need to fix it. Like you vegetarians can go somewhere else and eat it. And the only reason I'm thinking about it is like these bones are probably not appetizing to. If I would be surprised if I had any vegetarian viewers. I don't think I've eaten anything. Oh, maybe one or two things that were completely vegetarian. But what do you guys think? Like, should they cave in and offer an item that would appease like the vegetarians, or is it to the point where it's like, okay, just go somewhere else? Me, it wouldn't bother me. I mean, their menu is very simple, but I wouldn't care. I'm losing patience. That, and I'm surprised this video is almost gone to 30 minutes, which means I don't have much time left because my memory card only films for 30 minutes at this setting. So might be a good idea for me to sign off while I can. So again, thank you guys for joining me in this Hawaiian barbecue. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys comment, subscribe, and like this video. Check out my other videos, and hopefully you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next time for my next mukbang. Bye!